Hey guys, Cool Robert here, and today I'm doing this video talking about what characters I'd want in a video game of fighting characters. This is a question that my friend Kevin, aka Lockhart Notion, asked me a few days ago, and my tongue's not working apparently today. But let's get into it. Number 1, Thor. Now, Thor is an Avenger, a character from the Marvel Universe. He is the god of thunder from Norse mythology, has his giant hammer. Now, Thor will probably be one of the very most powerful characters in this game. Maybe not too powerful, just powerful enough to beat a couple characters. Maybe there'd be some that could beat him. So, of course, one of his moves would be using his hammer to summon thunder to electrocute his enemies, or just bash someone's brains in with that hammer. Next up is the Hulk. Another character from Marvel, Bruce Banner, who turns into this giant green monster known as the Hulk. Now, of course, the Hulk is just as powerful as Thor, maybe even more powerful. In this game, he'd probably be able to beat everyone, but maybe not everyone, because you'll find out why soon. His signature move would probably be to smash someone, probably like he did to Loki in the first Avenger movie. Love that scene. Anyways, he'd probably punch enemies a couple times until they tired out, then grab them by their leg and start throwing them around like a rag doll. Number 3, one of my favorite superheroes, Ben 10. I've watched this series since I've grown up as a kid. I loved it, but the reboot series I don't like so much. But that's a story for another time. Anyways, he'd be one of the more powerful characters since he's got the Omnitrix that can turn him into all these aliens you see here. But I think to make this game fair, you can only turn them into 10 aliens. So each alien would have their own signature move, like maybe for forearms right here, smashing moves sort of like Hulk, or Stinkfly, probably flying above his enemies and shooting slime at them, or Accelerate right here, using his super speed to spin around his enemies, making them really dizzy. Number 4, Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy. Another cartoon that I've grown up with since I was a kid. Now you might not think Ed would be a fighter for this game, but he is strong, and I mean really strong. I mean, if you've seen the show, you'd know how strong he is. I mean, this guy was able to lift up a house. No joking. So I think in the game, his signature move, my tongue is not working right now. His signature move would probably be bashing his enemies with his head, sort of like in the Ed, Edd n Eddy game they made a few years ago. And probably another move he'd have is to run around super fast and bash into enemies kind of like a bull. Number 5, we have Hellboy. Hellboy here is one of my favorite heroes. He's got the stone fist, and he's a devil creature. So, of course, his signature move would be punching enemies with that giant fist he has. And he also has his gun that he uses on some of the monsters he fights. And probably another move he'd have is using some type of sword to probably defeat his enemies. If you've seen the game called Injustice 2, you probably know what I'm talking about. Number 6, Zack Saturday from the Secret Saturdays. Another show that I like, and it's in the same universe as Ben 10, believe it or not. So, Zack here doesn't really have much powers, But his one powers is controlling cryptids. So he's had his... My tongue is refusing to work with me here. His signature weapon is the claw, which he can use to control any cryptid he comes across. He probably used that to summon cryptids to fight his enemies, and also to fight some of the enemies he comes across. And also, the claw can also be used as like a grappling hook. Next up, John Cena. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, and judge me if you want, I don't care what you say, this guy's amazing. Anyways, so John Cena will probably be able to beat up a couple characters in this roster here. He'd use his move that he does in wrestling, the 5-knuckle shuffle. Maybe some characters might be able to beat him. But he'd probably be strong enough to fight a couple characters. You go get him, John. And the final one is one of my favorites, Godzilla. And he might be one of the most powerful ones in this roster here. But just to make things fair, I'm going to make him smaller just so he could fight some of the roster characters here. So of course, he's got his strength, his tail that he could use as a whip, and also he breathes atomic fire, which will probably be his signature move in this game. So, that's it. Let me know what you think of all the characters that would be in this game that I'd make up if I wanted to make up a game for fighting characters. Let me know which one of these guys was your favorite, and I'll see you guys next time.